Good morning, my loves. Welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the 4th house, 10th house polarity, where we go from our most personal private life, from family to our highest purpose. And in this video, I want to help you understand how the 4th house really is the foundation, our foundation to grow in life, to grow into our purpose. If we are grounded and rooted in our 4th house energy, we will have an easier time to grow into our purpose. So when we look at the 4th house is all about our family, our ancestry, but it is also about our home, the way we want to live our personal life. So I'll give you an example here. Let's say you have Sagittarius in the 4th house. Now, with Sagittarius in the 4th house, your home life or the way you live, your lifestyle will not necessarily be a very stable one. That means you may travel, move around a lot. You might want to have homes in different countries. Maybe even as a child, you had to move around more, or your childhood wasn't as stable. There was much more movement going on, moving from one home to another, or from one family to another. That is also a possibility with Sagittarius here. But generally with Sagittarius in this area, we live a life that is based on expansion, and also in the way where we like to live in a spacious home, because that helps us feel more like ourselves. Also, it helps us to opening up to the possibilities that we then live out in the 10th house. So in order to feel stable for Sagittarius 4th house, we need to be able to move, right? It sounds counterintuitive, but for Sagittarius 4th house, that movement, that expansion actually helps us to root into our purpose and then to actually live our purpose out there in the world. Now, the 10th house, like we already know, is our purpose, and generally it describes our professional life. It's the stage of life, like I like to say. It's where we're seen by the world. It's different than the 1st house. The 1st house tells other people, it gives other people an idea of us. It gives other people the idea of who we may be. Right? It's more the identity. In the 10th house, though, it is us being on stage and actually showing everyone who we are. That doesn't mean that we can't play pretend. We can very much do that and show people what we want them to see in the 10th house. But the point here is that the light is on us. The spotlight is on us. And whatever we do in this area, and let's stay with this axis. So if we have Sagittarius in the 4th, we have Gemini in the 10th, then the 10th, the way you would live your best self, fulfill your purpose, would be in some sort of communication field, right? And that can be, there's so many fields. You could basically work in any field and work in the communication department in that field. Or you could be a YouTuber, or, just to keep it relatively modern, but you could, communication is key, but also using your mental capacities and facilities to help others, because your purpose, our purpose work, is only a purpose when it gives something to the world, right? It gives something to someone else as well, right? It feeds us, but it also feeds someone else. So to sum it up, it is very important to be rooted in your fourth house energy to then also fully express yourself in your purpose work, in your 10th house energy. I just want to add, this is also the axis, because we talk about family. It's also the axis where we find our mother and our father, right? They're also represented by this polarity. And depending on who you ask, some people will tell you that you find the mother in the fourth, the father in the 10th, or vice versa. For me, you generally find the mother in the fourth and the father in the 10th, or the person that represented that energy, right? The feminine mothering energy in the fourth, and then the more masculine energy in the 10th house. So, and when it comes to planets, planets in these areas always strengthen the area and they give them a focus. So let's say you have a lot of planets in the fourth house, your home will be much more in focus. Let's say you have planets in the 10th house, that area of life will be much more of a focus for you. And then of course also we have to look at what aspects we have between other planets to this area. So if you have any questions, let me know and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.